Today I'm going to show you some basic techniques I'm learning as a beginner in watercolour painting. Hello, thanks for joining. Hope you've all had a creative week. Here at Wonder Art, I'm rediscovering art, and one of those things is watercolour painting, which I don't have much experience in. So if you're like me and you're looking to learn about technique, what works and doesn't work, and how to use watercolours properly, then you're in the right place. I've bought some books to help learn the basics, so I'm starting right at the beginning. Today I'm going to be painting a parrot at sunset using a couple of techniques from this book, Animals in Watercolour by RAPHAEL. It's not going to be a masterpiece or perfection in any way, it's just practice, creating something unique and enjoying the process along the way. You're welcome to join me in painting this. I'm going to show you exactly what I used and the full painting process. Firstly, you need some watercolour paper. This one is 300 GSM, some watercolour paints. I've got a pan set by MOZART and some ROWNEY liquid ones, just the stuff I had on hand. A couple of watercolour brushes by RAPHAEL and parrot. I didn't have a flat brush, so the one I'm using is a ROWNEY simply acrylic brush. I'll link everything in the comments so you can find them, but you can use what you've got to hand. It's important to tape down the paper, so I've just used some masking tape. This is so the paper doesn't warp too much. We're just going to outline the parrot. I should have done this in portrait, but we're going to be doing landscape now. This is the reference image I used to get the parrot outline and colours. I've chosen not to replicate the painting in the book and create my own. You're welcome to use the reference if you wanted to. I'll add it to the website. Once you've finished with the outline, just erase it slightly so the pencil doesn't show through when we start painting. The first technique is to do a graduated wash, allowing the paints to blend and create smooth bands of colour across the sky. I'm going to go around the parrot rather than paint over it because I'm not sure how well the paints are going to lay over when I start painting the parrot. Painting horizontal brush strokes to create the sky and clouds. I'm going to start with crimson. I just love the different colour skies you get when the sun is setting, so I'm going to try and recreate that. I probably should have stopped adding colour about here, but for some reason I carried on. This is all about learning the technique and process, and you won't always get it right the first time. I need to work on how I'm applying the colour, hold back a little bit, and work on being a bit gentler with these. So the sky didn't really turn out how I wanted to in the end, but I'll give it a try another time to see if I can do any better. I'd love to see how your sky turned out. If you wanted to share your painting, you can add a community post or upload it to my website. The sky is now dry, so it's time to paint the parrot. We're going to use the orange and ultramarine to mix a shade of green for the head first. The next technique is lifting out the highlights. We're going to put the colour down first, then dampen the tip of a flat brush with a little bit of water, and then use the end of it to scrub out the highlights. I'm looking to do a little on the wing to create the shape of the feathers and on the back to add some texture. Unfortunately, this is where my camera decided that was enough for today and switched off. I added the feathers below the beak off camera and put a very light yellow-orange wash on the face. How did your parrot turn out? Overall, I'm happy with my parrot. I think I learned a little bit about how to lift the paint to make highlights. Parts of the beak I like, and I managed to get some definition on the feathers. The more I practice, the better I'll get. If you're like me and you want to improve your watercolour painting skills but unsure about how to, I'm planning to share a couple of these paint with me videos a month in addition to my normal content. Just exploring techniques like the one shown today and put them into practice. This is the starting point. Fingers crossed, if we do this regularly, our skills will get better and we'll become much more confident creating watercolour paintings. There's a lot of pretty watercolour art around, which I want to build up to painting one day. In the next video, I'm going to be doing a wet on wet sky with some birds in flight, practicing the lifting technique again. If you want to stay up to date, please subscribe and let me know if you like this video by giving it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a creative week and I'll see you all in the next video.